Hello wonderful people, welcome back again to another video. I hope you all are doing wonderfully well. Today we are making authentic Palava sauce, Agusi stew or Kontomire stew, any way you want to call it. This stew was super delicious, and I know after watching this video you're going to love making yourself your own easy Agusi stew. Let's get started. For this recipe, I'm going to need some snail. I've washed it very well. To that, I'm going to use some smoked mackerel, and I also have some fresh mackerel. You can use any protein or fish that you want. For seasoning, I'm going to use some shrimp powder, a salty taste or pepper seasoning, Onga seasoning powder, and some homemade pepper soup spice mix. And for veggies, I have some pepper, garlic, ginger, and some onions. I'll also need some tomatoes, and I'm using tomato paste for this recipe. You can use the fresh one if you want. Last but not the least, I'm going to need some agusi, which is the most important ingredient in this stew recipe. So now let's start cooking. To a heated pan, I'm going to add in my cooking oil. You can use palm oil for this recipe as well. So to that, I'm going to add in my snails. Yes, I am going to fry the snails. You can choose to cook it if you want. And you know, snails have this slimy texture on it, so as soon as you add this to the oil, your oil turns out to be very slimy. Don't worry about that. You are going to get your oil back as soon as it starts to fry. So now after frying it, just look at how crunchy the snails look right now. I love the crunchiness in the stew, so if you don't want that, you can either cook it if you want. So now let's remove this from the oil and set it aside. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, baby, what are you waiting for? Kindly do subscribe to my channel and be part of this beautiful family. Thank you so much for doing that. Next, I'm going to go in with some fermented fish. It is totally optional if you don't have it, but trust me, when you add this to your oil, it gives it extra flavor. Trust me on this one, you're going to love it, especially in your agusi stew like this. So now I'm going to add in some chopped onions to give it extra flavor. If you don't have the fermented fish, you can go in with your onions and you are good to go. Add in your blended ingredients, which is the pepper, onions, ginger, and some garlic. Stir everything together and allow this to simmer down very well. Alright, so after extra 10 more minutes, I have less water in my stew right now, so I'm going to go in with some tomato paste. You can use fresh tomatoes if you want. Stir everything together and allow this to cook on medium heat for about 10 more minutes. And if you haven't turned on the post notification bell and you are still watching this video at this point, please do wait to turn it on so that anytime I post a new video, you'll be among the first person to be notified anytime I post a new video. So after extra 10 more minutes, this is how it looks like. I'm going to add in my seasoning. I'm using some all-purpose seasoning, pepper soup spice mix, Onga seasoning powder, and a salty taste. And I'm going to add in my shrimp powder as well. You can also use fish powder, mushroom powder, any powder you wish to add it to it. Feel free to add it. It works perfectly fine. Stir everything together and add in any protein of your choice. For protein, I'm using some smoked mackerel, fresh mackerel, and some snails. And the snails, I fry them. You can cook it if you want. Stir everything together and allow this to cook on medium heat for extra 10 more minutes. And to my lovely subscribers and new babies right here, you guys are too much. High five to everyone. Thank you for liking my videos and sharing my videos. Fam, I am truly grateful. Alright, so next in my asanka, I'm going to add in my agusi or my akatua. To that, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of salt. And remember, the salt is always to your taste. Add just a little bit of water to it and mash it or grind it very well. I added in a salt to this because I want the agusi or the akatwa to have the scrambled egg texture that we always see in our agusi stew or agusi soup. So yes, this is the consistency that I'm going for, not too watery and not too heavy. This is just perfect for me. So let's set this aside and move on onto the next stage. So next, I'm going to check on my stew, and just look at that. This stew looks very delicious already. So next, I'm going to give this a very good mix and add in my egusi. And if you can't get this egusi or agushi, you can substitute this egusi for eggs if you don't like it or you can't find some at where you are right now. Okay, you can just use eggs and you are good to go. Simple as that. So after adding in my agushi, I'm going to gently stir it and cover it to cook on medium heat for about 10 to 20 minutes. And this is after 15 more minutes of cooking it. It is all ready right now. Just look at that. At this point, you can just enjoy this with your rice, your pounded yam, fufu, just name it. Nigerians really enjoy this stew with fufu, and trust me, it tastes really good. So I'm going to go in with some cocoyam leaves, taro leaves, spinach leaves, any leaves that you want to add to your egusi or your agushi. Feel free to add it. This is what I have, and this is taro leaves or cocoyam leaves I'm using. Okay, and some people chose to cook these taro leaves before they add it to their stew. I'm not against that. I used to do that some years back, but trust me, it is not the best. I think you have to add this to your stew right away for it to cook down very well. This leaves doesn't take long to cook, so trust me, don't add in water to cook your taro leaves and throw the water away before you add this to your egusi. You are going to lose all that nutrients, and we don't want that. And you see that over there, after extra 5 more minutes, look at that. This stew looks so yummy. And it was super delicious, guys. Trust me on this one. Fam, let me know in the comment section what you think about this egusi stew, kontomire stew, or my spinach stew. This came out really good, and I hope you're going to give this a try. If you have the ingredients in your house, just get right into it and prepare something like this for your family to also enjoy as well. I paired mine with some plantain. You can pair yours with some rice, cocoyam, yam, ripe plantain, just name it. Guys, I really enjoyed myself. Thank you so much for watching this video to this point. And if you've watched this video to this point, that means you are a proud foodie member. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye and stay blessed.